Hey guys, it's Phil. Welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before. Today we are playing Kerbal Space Program, and I have been waiting so long to bring you guys this. This is my favorite game of all time. Like, bar none, this is my favorite game. I started playing this back in 2013, and I haven't gotten very far in it. The furthest I've gotten so far is to the moon of Duna. But yeah, in case you guys have never seen this game before, which by this point, if you haven't seen this game, what rock are you living under? I mean, like, really. I'm gonna start up a game here, except we're gonna do sandbox for now, just to kind of show off what this thing can do here. So we're gonna call this sandbox. Whoa, okay, so we're gonna start, and basically the premise of this game, if you have never heard of it before, is that you're the space program manager of a race of little green men and women. Don't worry, they added an update to give them women too. But anyway, you have to build out of all these components you see on the left side of the screen. You have to build rockets and rovers and probes and stuff to send to other planets and into space. And this is so fun. This is gonna be a series for sure, because I just love playing this, and it's been so long since I played it, for one, because my computer before was just like this dinky little laptop that is basically dying. But anyway, I won't get into it. Right now, we are going to build a rocket ship. So we're gonna start out with a command pod. I like to face it this way because that's how it was back when I first started playing. Okay, so now we want a parachute, which is in utility. I'm gonna stick that right on top of the capsule there. Now this is gonna be a multi-stage rocket. And that's good because, like, we'll be able to, like, as the fuel runs out in certain stages, we'll be able to ditch those stages and, like, get better performance out of the rocket because it's not dragging that, like, extra mass around with it. Okay, so this will be like a wee little lander stage here. So we got that going for us. Okay, that looks good. Where are the legs? Oh, that's in science, duh. No, wait. What? Are they? Oh, okay. They moved them to ground. Okay. So we're gonna get 6 of these guys here. Do that. We're gonna go back to utility and get a little ladder for our guy. Okay, we don't need nearly that many. How do I? Okay, there we go. I gotta re-remember all the hotkeys. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna sneeze here in a second. No, I'm not. Never mind. Okay. So we got that. We're gonna start retracted because we don't need those they don't cause drag in the game because I'm pretty sure they're physicsless. Like the physics engine doesn't take them into account or something. Okay, so we've got our little lander stage and return stage. So now we need more fuel tanks. That's what we need. Let's strap this big boy on there. We're gonna make this guy have what's this one? Max thrust. We'll get this guy here. Now we're gonna We're gonna get a decoupler. Again. This is a massive rocket, everybody. This is gonna be probably overkill. Either that or it won't even get off the ground. So I mean, like, either way, we'll get a laugh out of it. Okay, let's try to go to the structural. No, not that one. I want this one. We're gonna go with a bigger tank. Haha. And this is just gonna bring one guy to the moon. It's called the moon in this game. This is the planet Kerbal, by the way. It has 2 moons, one called the Min, and the other called Minmus. So, fun facts. Okay, so this is our rocket so far. I don't have faith that's gonna get us all the way up there, so we're gonna get some solid fuel boosters by way of decoupler. We're gonna want these guys. We're gonna have 4 of them. And solid fuel is different from liquid fuel in that it is made out of solid stuff. Fun fact. We're gonna go over to aerodynamics, give these guys some nose cones so they flow easier. Okay, and we're gonna get some struts. One of the many rules of Kerbal Space Program is if it's freaking out, just kind of add more struts so it doesn't wobble as much. Just freaking okay, there we go. Sometimes it'll do that where it's just kind of like, huh. Oh, you wanted to place a strut? Yeah, no. Okay. Looks a little wonky, but whatever. Okay, and via this symmetry tool, I'm able to do this all around the rocket all at once, which is pretty cool. So, okay, so now we gotta check our staging. And this over here is our staging menu. So, right now this is saying that we have these guys, these 4 solid rocket boosters going off, and then they fall off, and then this big guy turns on. Then once that one's all done, we hit the staging button, this thing comes off, this thing turns on. Once that's gone, this thing decouples, that turns on, and then hopefully we'll be on our way back to Kerbal by the time this stage comes around and we detach from the lander up here, and then eventually we'll be able to deploy the parachute. But this is not exactly what I want to happen. I don't feel like these 4 are going to push this thing, like, give it the initial push that it needs to get up into orbit. So, I'm going to drag this thing down here, so all of these engines here, like these 4 and this guy, are going to go off at the same time. These guys are going to run out of fuel first, just because this is such a massive liquid tank and it's a lot more efficient than solid fuel. And so they're going to fall off, and then eventually this guy is going to run out of fuel and it's going to decouple. And when that happens, I don't want to have to press a button again to start the engine. So we're going to prime the engine with that guy, and we're going to do the same thing here. Okay, so that looks pretty decent to me. Oh, I want to add some fins. Not those, not that big. Okay. Big S delta. Oh geez, not that big either. Okay. Small delta wing. Those look acceptable. I want that to be a better snap. Okay, and then some there. Okay. And one last thing. This is probably gonna be god-awful. Okay. Sometimes oh god, okay. Find the correct, okay, there we go. Sometimes these guys will just be like, I could detach and just fall away cleanly, or, and this is a big or I could just dick you over, fly the exact opposite way into the rocket and destroy your still firing tank and blow up your rocket. In other words, these guys, when they detach, they can kind of tip over into the rocket and explode it. Which is not what we want. Okay, so we want all of these to be... Okay. Why is that one all by itself? Whatever. Okay. Just checking my staging again. Okay. And I want all of these to go up here. Oh god. Okay. Here. And here. And here. Thank you. Okay, so now I have it so like the mainsail and these guys are gonna fire, then these guys are gonna fall off, and these little engines are gonna kick them off this way, so they're not gonna tip into the rocket any. And then this guy takes over and stuff. Okay, whatever. Anyway, let's name this Starcraft. Lunar Express. That seems not cheesy at all. Alright, now let's pick our crew. We have 4 astronauts to start out with. We have Jebediah Kerman, who is a certified badass. Check the code. It's in there. Not even kidding. Jeb's like a notorious daredevil, if you will. Same with Valentina, but she's basically the female version of Jeb. Bill is the engineer, and Bob is the scientist. And we're gonna go with Jeb, because, I mean, come on. It's Jeb. It's freaking Jeb. Alright, check the engineer's report. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to launch. We're here, guys. Also, you probably noticed I got my FPS counter up here. My computer's doing really nicely. Okay, so what we're gonna do, god, this is so big it doesn't even fit in my HUD all the way. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're going to turn on the SAS, which is a stabilizer. We're gonna go full throttle, and we are going to press space to go. Immediately gonna tip over. This is the smoothest I've ever board in Kerbal Space Program. This is so nice. Oh my god. But yeah, so optimal flight path. By the time I hit 45 degrees pitch, I want to be at about 10 kilometers, which is solid fuel. Okay, those are gone. That worked pretty darn well. Okay. I'm gonna check my map mode, see how far up I... Okay, we probably wasted a bunch of fuel. Okay. But that's fine. That's fine. We got probably more than enough. Okay, you hear that music? That means we're in space right now, which is awesome. Alright, we're looking at the map view, and the most optimal thing to do here is to burn at this point, which is called the apoapsis. It's the furthest point in our orbit. And that's because reasons. Not exactly an orbital mechanics expert. I believe it has to do with something called the Oberth effect. Maybe? Basically, since this is taking a little while, I'm going to speed up time, which you can do. Okay. And what we want to do is we want to try to burn our engines such that this orbit is roughly circular. So we're going to start that up. I don't like how that just keeps going down whenever I click out of map view, but whatever. Okay, so you can see I'm burning, and my orbit keeps getting wider. Let's see if I can't see. So you can see in here, you can see where my mouse is. Like there's a dot, and that's showing where... Oh, okay, we ran out of fuel. But now, you see that, we just ditched the stage, and that stage is going to come crashing back to the ground, which is cool. Okay. Hopefully we'll have enough fuel. Okay. But yeah, all you really need to do to get up into orbit is get to that 70-kilometer mark. Okay, see, so now our orbit is outside of the planet. It's starting to circularize. And when they just kind of... Okay. When these things kind of start switching spots, that means I'm in a roughly circular orbit. So this is cool. Okay, F5 to quick save. But yeah, we are on our way to the moon. We are on our way. But yeah, let's get Jeb out on EVA. Look at this. So we can... This is our little green man, Jeb. We turn on RCS. So he's got his little jetpack. And he can go out and just... party. Oh god. It's really hard to keep these guys stable. At least for me. But yeah. Look at him, he's so happy. But yeah, we'll get him. Oh, it's my puppy, Minnie. She's freaking out for no reason. But yeah, so we're back in the ship. And we're gonna wait for a little bit until we're on the other side of the planet. Not the other side of the planet. We're gonna wait until we're in an optimal spot to launch towards the moon. So basically, we want Sorry about that. We want to be facing the direction in which we're going. We want our engine to face in the direction in which we want to fire, right? And we want to do that when the moon is coming up over the horizon here. And I really should have put a reaction wheel on this. Make this thing turn a hell of a lot more easily. Okay. But yeah, as you guys can tell, this thing is beautiful. And yes, you can go to literally every single point on this planet. Like every single point. And every single point on every other planet too. Which is just freaking amazing. And each one of these bodies... Okay, we're facing the wrong way. Oh, we're doing time acceleration, that's why. Duh. Okay. So, we're going to burn until we get our apoapsis out to the moon's orbit. As you can see in map mode, you see we got the other moon, Minimus, here. I've been there many a time. No pun intended. Okay, 4 million, 5 million, 6, 7. Okay, we got an encounter. You see that? We've got an encounter there. So, our closest approach is 1,000,000 kilometers. Or 1,000,000 meters. Oh god. Okay. God. Okay, so I want to turn this around. There's my puppy Minnie again, just screaming her little head off. Her little head off. Minnie? Minnie, what's wrong? You want to go into space too? Me too! But yeah, so, God, okay. This is why you always want a quick save, because I'm not on the most optimal path. Which is why we're going to add a maneuver. And I'm gonna let the dog out for a second, so she is placated. Okay. I'm back. Okay, so let's see here. I want my periapsis to be... Okay, let's see here. It's 495, 362, 74,000, 61. Okay. Whatever. I'm gonna cancel that maneuver note because Jeb's probably not gonna make it back home. Oh god. Not in this episode. Maybe at all. The thing about the Kerbals is that they're immortal, and they always somehow find a way. Okay, that's acceptable. We're going to quick save there. Okay. So now we still got a little bit of fuel. But now we're just gonna time warp. We're gonna time warp. Oh god, I hope we don't run out of electricity. Oh god. That may be the mission's downfall right there. Yeah. You always wanna make sure you got sufficient electric charge to okay, yeah, so now we've been captured by the moon. But yeah, like I was saying, you want to make sure you have sufficient electric charge to make sure you got enough juice to be able to maneuver the ship around. Like how I'm doing right now, you see here. But anyway, I've made a maneuver here. When we get to the closest approach to the moon, I'll be able to burn. We're gonna quick save there. I'll be able to burn, and this thing will stay on this node here, and it'll be pointing in the right direction for that to happen. So I've got a node in 2 hours, 47 minutes. It's estimated to take 3 seconds, probably at full throttle. So I'm gonna wait until I've got 1 second left in the node timer. Okay, see, and now well, the reason for that, I should say, the reason for that is so that I burn symmetrically on either side of the maneuver node, and that way it becomes more circular. Okay, we got 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to take it easy here. I'm going to wait for the last... I'm going to quick save here as well. It's always good in this game to frequently quick save, because you never know if, like, anything bad's gonna happen to you. Oh, also, you can see, I'll show you when we get into, like, no, I'll show you now. But yeah, you can see through the cockpit, see what the pilot's saying, which is pretty cool. Right now he's kind of looking off into the vast darkness of space, and you can get a little bit of the moon. But, okay, we got the last 5 seconds. Okay. Alright, so we are in this orbit here. So we're pretty low here. We still want to cancel out some of this stuff here. Okay, make sure we don't get too low. As long as we stay above like 10 kilometers, we'll be fine. Okay, we're right about there. And we're gonna go to that. We're gonna take her down a little bit more. Yeah. So we're gonna go. We got to maneuver in another 14 minutes, and yes, that is real time. That is real time. So if you wanted to go really hardcore with this game and just do it all in real do it all in real time, you could, which is pretty cool to me. I did a real time mission to Mars once with my buddies. Did not go well. Did not go well at all. They did not make it to Mars. My maneuver node was way off. But I digress. But yeah, I feel like we're on a good fuel profile here. Okay, God, stop. Okay. Uh-oh. Let's hope I'm not on the side of the moon that's, okay, it doesn't look like I'm gonna hit anything. I'm literally checking to make sure I'm not gonna skim the surface, because there are points on this body of rock here that are a little bit high up, we'll say. Okay. And you know what? We're going to go around to this side. Oh god. Okay, so we're on the night side right now. You can see there's shadow and stuff. We can't see the sun. As soon as we see sunlight, we're gonna burn for the surface. We're not gonna burn toward the surface, mind you. We're gonna go retrograde, which is backwards. So we're gonna try to kill our velocity a little bit. That way we end up such that we're going to fall towards the surface. Oh, there's Kerbal. Okay. Okay, so we're going to point retrograde. We're going to point retrograde, and we're going to fall. Alright. So we're on a pretty good falling profile, I guess. So you can see here, we're going to be landing somewhere, probably around here, honestly. One from the rotation of the moon, and from me prematurely firing. And that's what the comments are going to devolve into, thanks me. Okay. Lol. But yeah, here we can see our surface speed, so we need to cancel out 525.7 meters per second of velocity so we don't die. I think a surface speed of like 10 meters per second is acceptable. Maybe? Let's see here. Like I said, it's been a bit of time since I've played this game. So, yeah. But yeah, once we land on the moon, that'll be it for the episode, I think. Which is pretty good, since the real challenge will be in the next episode, getting Jeb back. Because that's a whole nother trick. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're out of fuel in this tank. So now we're switching over to this one. We're going to... Ooh, they added sound effects. That's cool. Okay. Maybe I was a little ambitious with just how good this fuel profile was. I'll be the first to admit that. Gonna quick save again, just in case I crash. Okay, so you'll see we're actually still gaining speed, and that's because the gravity is pulling us in. So we gotta arrest our velocity quite a bit still. Looks like we're going to be coming into this crater here. So you see I'm constantly readjusting my vector here. Oh god. See, I've determined that I'm coming in a little too hot. Now we're good. We're gonna land safely. Hopefully. Yes, we are. And there we go! We did it! We did it! Oh my gosh, that's so good. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. F5. Alright, we're gonna take Jeb out. We're going to space to let go. We're going to go over here. Okay, he's gonna ragdoll a little bit. That's another fun part about this game. Alright, get up, Jeb. Alright, we're going to take a surface sample. The darker midland surface appears to be made up of basaltic rocks. So we're in the moon's midlands. And in career mode, we can transmit this for science, or keep it, or do whatever we want. And we're going to plant a flag. Alright, so we got our little space program flag here. We're going to call it First Landing. And we can add a plaque text if we want. I don't really want to right now, so that'll be it for this episode. So, yeah, if you guys like this video, stay tuned for more, for one. Also leave a like down below, comment what you thought, and subscribe if you haven't already. So, yeah. Say bye, Jeb. Bye. Haha. Oh, you can see Kerbal too. But yeah, in the next episode, we'll try to get Jeb back. So, look forward to that next week. Bye, guys. Bye.